2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are delighted to welcome you to this year's Q School Final. It's go time, everyone. Let's head out onto the course. Hello, everyone. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy out on the course. And Rich, what's on the mind of these players today as they begin their quest in the Q School Final?
Their focus is to get into the top 5 and get that PGA Tour card, as the next 40 finishers will graduate to the Corn Ferry Tour next season.
We'll head out to the 10th hole and catch up on play. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. From around 140 yards here.
Club up. I like this play.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. This putt about 11 feet in distance. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
A slight break to the right here.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. Leading by 3 strokes now. On the 11th tee now, a par 5. That looks to be a fairway finder to me. Oh, well done. Oh, that one skirted the edge of the hole. Oh, good look at birdie here. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And he's holding steady in first place after that one. Time to face a par 4 now. Good looking shot this. His second shot here. Okay, that'll work. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 17 feet from the cup.
All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
Pretty sure this is going to move to the left.
That's disappointing. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Well, that was a decently played hole, but unfortunately going to have to write down a bogey. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum. Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Pretty good shot there.
7 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie.
So close. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. And now that finds him in first place. We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole. This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. This would be a great up and down. Ooh. Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. And folks, at the end of this first round, he's going to find himself in first place. That's pretty nice, eh, Rich?
Who doesn't like to be the leader? It's always good. No matter the first round, you'd rather have it the last round, though. But I got to say, good start.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now. UK Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this year's Q School Final. It's time for the second round. Let's head out onto the course. Luke Elvey here, pleased to have your company once again. And Rich, as we dive into this second round action, our featured player is off to a great start.
It's always good to be leading after the first day, but listen, you got a lot of golf left to go. Let's not get too excited yet. Let's appreciate yesterday, but we need to move on.
Let's catch up with play down on the 4th. That should find the cut stuff. Sitting at -7. That's well played, pin high. That's the mark of a ball striker.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Geez, making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead.
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
And that will take him to 8 under. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. Oh, that's a high caliber shot from around 180 yards out. Yeah, nicely played. John, have you got a good read on this one?
This one's going down the hill and to the right.
A par putt on the table. Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead. As we move to the 6th hole, it's a par 4.
That dog will hunt.
From about 100 yards.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Outstanding approach shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Oh, just missed the birdie. That's a shame. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Currently 7 under for the event. We've arrived now at the 7th and the par 4. That one's heading down Broadway. This is his 2nd shot. Look like this one's heading to the beach. And Henny, what kind of a lie has he drawn?
He's gonna need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. And a par putt awaits him. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
I've been all around this, tried to read it, just can't see it, but he's got about 22 feet.
Starting this one way out to the left. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. And he's maintained top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Setting up now, this one from a fairway out. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
This one's going to go pretty significantly right to left.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. Well, that's some pretty tiny work through 2 rounds, Rich. Has opened up a huge buffer over the field.
I don't think I've seen 2 rounds this complete in my life, Luke. Having such a massive lead, how can they handle it?
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this year's Q School Final. Third round coverage is about to kick off. It's terrific to have your company. I'm Luke Elvey. Let's get to it. Rich, this player's been doing really nicely, building that solid advantage over the field. But today's just as important as the first few, isn't it?
Of course it is. And the way they're playing, however, though, I don't see them going anywhere but up. I just find what they're doing out there to be fairly flawless. Now, is it possible they stumble? Of course it is. But I'm having a hard time understanding how that could happen.
Now to the 5th hole. And tee shot looks pretty good. Taking on this approach now from a pretty similar spot.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
Opting for the 5-iron. And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot. Some work to do, however. A look to get to 13 under par. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's going to move right to left.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. He's currently in first place. Here we are at the 6th hole. Well, that'll work there. Playing from around 110 yards out. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. And this has been a hole he's unable to take advantage of so far for this event. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. We've now arrived at the par 4 7th. Well, that's a handy shot. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. And he's safely on the green with that shot. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
Looking for another birdie here.
What a putt that was.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. Opting for the 3-wood. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. And he's down there. You got a read?
A tricky little slider here. Downhill, moving to the left.
Oh, wow. Steady on there. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. That gets the job done. Sitting at -14 now for the event. Well, this is lovely playing. It just confirms it after grabbing the 54-hole lead. Good playing, Rich.
Yes, you always want to be in first place going into the final round. In saying that, it can be uncomfortable as well. We'll have to see how this player tomorrow handles the pressure.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.